Did you know marijuana has the highest rate of abuse amongst all drugs? Marijuana is one of the most commonly abused drugs used in the United States. Although many states have laws legalizing marijuana usage, it is still illegal under federal law to use and produce marijuana. Despite of it not being legal in the federal level, marijuana has been legalized for recreational use in 10 states and in the District of Columbia. Currently, legalizing marijuana in the federal level is a heated debate that has the country divided. Recreational marijuana is not a need but a want. Therefore, this drug shouldn't be allowed in the market so freely, as it is detrimental to our society. Marijuana is a mixture of the dried and shredded leaves, stems, seeds, and dried flowers from the plant cannabis sativa. The intoxicating effect of marijuana comes from the amount of THC found in the drug. First, marijuana smoke is inhaled and then it travels down the trachea and into the lungs. Then the THC passes through the membranes of the lungs and enters the bloodstream. The heart pumps the THC throughout the body, and within seconds of inhalation, it has already reached the brain. The THC seizes control of the receptors in the brain that start off a chain of cellular reactions that finally lead to euphoria, or most known as the feeling high that users experience. Too often, marijuana is treated as a harmless substance. Most people use it to relax, obtain pain relief, to have fun, or to be social. We hear stories of people that use it to enjoy a break from their hectic lifestyle and everyday pressures at work. People we admire on TV or movies are using it, and so it makes it seem as an approved activity to participate in. So what's the message being sent to people? That it's absolutely okay to use marijuana as a quick solution to stress or boredom? Yet many forget that marijuana has potential side effects. For example, it can cause changes in the brain that can affect our ability to remember, multitask, and pay attention. It can cause immune system problems by making it extremely difficult for the body to fight off infections. It can cause emotional problems, such as having signs of depression or anxiety. And lastly, it can cause heart problems. One study found from Middleman, Massachusetts, shows that marijuana users have a 4.8-fold increase in risk of a heart attack during the first hour after smoking because of the drug's effect on your heart rate. When used alone, you cannot die from a marijuana overdose, but the true danger is when marijuana is combined with other substances. This was the case of Diane Schuler, who had used alcohol and high amounts of marijuana, which impaired her driving on her way home. She drove for about 2 miles in the wrong direction at speeds as high as 85 miles per hour. Her minivan eventually collided with an SUV, killing herself, her 3 nieces, her own daughter, and the other 3 passengers in the SUV. A total of 8 people died that day. The most concerning issue about legalizing marijuana for parents is the easy access and the side effects marijuana can cause to their children. Those who start using marijuana before the age of 18 are 4 to 7 times more likely than adults to develop a marijuana use disorder. The younger a person begins using pot, the greater the declines in general knowledge, impaired thinking, learning difficulties, and lowered IQ. According to the National Institute on Drug Abuse, the older a teenager gets, the more marijuana they'll use. Only 0.7% of 8th graders use marijuana daily compared to 5.8% of 12th graders. Not only that, but the latest data on adolescents from the Monitoring the Future study finds that marijuana usage before the age 18 is associated with a risk of depression 1.4 times higher than those who didn't use pot, and risk of suicidal thoughts 1.5 times higher. Those who used marijuana as teens were also 3.46 times more likely to attempt suicide compared with those who didn't use cannabis as adolescents. Legalizing marijuana can negatively impact our future when used recreationally. Instead of causing harm, here's a better idea. How about encouraging people to get high on taking good care of themselves? It's the little things, such as making every bite of food count, exercising, relieving stress by watching a sunrise or sunset, or getting good feelings by helping others. Those are the kinds of highs that are positive, life-affirming, and with few risks to our health. No matter how much fun using marijuana looks like on TV or in the movies, no matter what your friends say about it, no matter how many people tell you it's harmless, remember one thing. Unless you have certain medical conditions where the drug may be beneficial, you are better off without it.